What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of a two-game podcast where I am here to review and recap episode number 7 from Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Wrath versus Water. So the Turtles and Master Splinter are kind of trapped in the sewer with this huge monsoon that's going out in New York City. And eventually a lot of shit happens and Splinter splits up the group to go do different tasks for the sewer. Like Mikey has to go get groceries, Donatello has to go fix the power supply, and then Raph is to go figure out what is making all the damn noise. It's a little jackhammer making noise in the sewers. Figure out what's going on with that and stop it. But he just doesn't send them by themselves. He sends them with other mutants from the Mutant Mayhem movie. So Raph decides to head off with Scumbug and Ray Fillet to investigate that jackhammer noise. Now, I will say this about Raph in this episode. So in his standalone episode in the first half of the season, I had mentioned that I was kind of expecting them to really dive deeper into his anger and his emotions and whatnot. And we kind of got it for the most part. I feel like his anger and his emotions are at a level 10 in this episode. And I think that's kind of what they were kind of going for, that, maybe not everything is going to go your way. And the fact that you need to control your emotions in order to succeed in life. And I thought they did a great job of kind of highlighting his emotions in this episode. But they come across Steven, who is a construction worker. He's the one doing the jackhammer. And that's when some random mutants show up. And it is absolutely fantastic because these mutants don't speak normally. They speak in infomercials. So basically, it's a buy one, get one free kind of dialogue. And I absolutely love it because it's so left field. And it also fits this show and the Ninja Turtles to the T. So I absolutely loved the addition of these random mutants to this episode. Really love that. And then after defeating those mutants, Steven tells Raph that some other mutants associated with those plan to destroy the seawall and flood New York City. And then that's when the East River 3 show up, and they're kind of talking about their plan to destroy the seawall and flood New York City. And Raph and the others are kind of eavesdropping on this. Raph decides to find and warn his brothers of this new threat. And the East River 3 will be the villains for the back half of the season. So overall, really, really like this episode. I think it's kind of mid-tier in terms of the episodes that we've gotten on this. I think it's kind of middle of the road in terms of just how much I enjoyed it for season 1. And that's not to say that I didn't enjoy it. I really liked this episode. I'm just thinking that there have been some better episodes in season 1 that I just enjoyed a lot more. But this episode was great. Got us another look at Raph and his emotions and his personality. But it also got some screen time for Scumbug and Ray Fillet. Ray Fillet, sneaky, one of my favorite characters from Mutant Mayhem and this show. I just love how he just sings his name or sings a variation of his name every single time someone says something to him. And it's just again, left field, but I fucking love it. And then Scumbug, who is dating and love, whatever, with Master Splinter. I dig her character. She's definitely not one of my favorites, but she's definitely not my least favorite in the show. So I just loved this pairing between these three characters. I thought they did a great job of pairing them for this episode and giving us some great comedy along with it. But guys, y'all let me know down below in the comments what you thought about episode number 7, and I'll catch y'all next time on another episode. Laters.